Welcome to our latest geopolitical update on the rapidly shifting situation in the Middle East. We are looking at a scenario that military analysts warn could fundamentally alter the balance of power in the region. Specifically, there is growing concern that U.S. allies across the Middle East could soon entirely deplete their critical stocks of anti-aircraft missiles. Think of an air defense grid as a highly advanced, yet finite, defensive shield. When it is constantly bombarded by overwhelming numbers of projectiles, the defensive ammunition simply runs out before the offensive capability does. The reality of this intense aerial exchange was heavily felt overnight, as verified reports confirm that an Iranian strike successfully hit a power plant in the Israeli coastal city of Haifa. Further north, regional surveillance cameras captured the intense glow of mid-air interceptions lighting up the night sky over Kirkona, as Israeli air defenses desperately attempted to shoot down a highly coordinated barrage of Iranian and Lebanese rockets. However, the most severe escalation has occurred in the country's densely populated economic center. A series of powerful, ground-shaking explosions rocked central Israel after Iranian missiles, specifically carrying cluster munitions, struck multiple areas across the Tel Aviv metropolitan area. This weapon choice represents a highly dangerous tactical shift. To understand the gravity of this, we must look at how these specific weapons operate. Cluster warheads do not rely on a single, centralized explosion. Instead, they function somewhat like a massive shotgun blast high in the air, cracking open to disperse hundreds of smaller bomblets over a remarkably wide urban zone. This inherently causes extensive, scattered damage across city blocks and poses a severe, lingering psychological and physical risk to the civilian population, primarily because many of these smaller fragments remain on the ground completely unexploded. Following the immediate strikes, local police issued urgent, widespread warnings to residents about the extreme danger of these scattered, volatile munitions laying hidden across impacted neighborhoods. The aftermath in Tel Aviv was universally described by eyewitnesses as a scene of absolute chaos. As air raid sirens relentlessly echoed across the sprawling city, panicked residents scrambled for fortified underground shelters. Independent journalists stationed on the ground in Tel Aviv reported experiencing two near-simultaneous waves of heavy, concussive explosions as the nation's multi-layered air defense systems attempted to intercept the incoming threats above the skyline. Despite possessing one of the most advanced defensive shields on the planet, some projectiles and heavy, flaming debris managed to penetrate the network. A massive urban cleanup and recovery operation is currently underway around a large, deep crater in Tel Aviv, a direct result of heavy missile debris that slammed into the urban center. Emergency services immediately rushed into various impact zones to frantically search damaged concrete structures, carefully evacuate vulnerable residents, and contain large, spreading fires that broke out in several locations. Local authorities have officially confirmed that at least 6 individuals have been injured today, on Sunday, as a direct result of falling debris and strikes violently hitting targets on the ground. This rapidly expanding confrontation directly follows recent U.S. and Israeli military operations against Iranian domestic targets, effectively creating a highly volatile, self-sustaining cycle of retaliation. Strategic analysts are openly warning that this growing, tit-for-tat exchange of heavy missile attacks severely risks widening the conflict across the entire Middle East, potentially drawing in neighboring powers. Looking ahead, the strategic posturing offers very little hope for any immediate diplomatic de-escalation. An official spokesperson for the IRGC recently issued a stark public statement, declaring that Iranian armed forces are fully prepared, both logistically and militarily, to sustain a high-intensity, full-scale war at this exact, grueling current pace for a minimum of 6 continuous months. We will continuously monitor the verified data on the ground and the broader geopolitical implications as this highly complex, multi-front situation rapidly develops.